Sorry, I had Dan on the brain.
Ah, no problem. Guys, hearing loss is something that, once you lose it, you can't get it back. And there's nothing more frustrating to hear people talk and not being able to understand them. And again, that's a very good indication you've got some issues going on. So it's important, in the job, on the job, to wear hearing protection whenever you're using power tools, sawzalls,
Is there
hammer drills.
a noise level in decibels that is considered to be where you need to put something in?
Damaging, yeah, if they say 85 decibels is a kind of a benchmark where, but again, these guys aren't gonna be out in the field and having a meter to test it.
Well, I mean, really, this thing right here, I don't have it on this one, but I've had one. I mean, they're free.
Yeah, you
If
get
you wanted to
that.
look, if you're ever curious, I mean, I can think of, the plant Osage that we work in, the plumbers and the electricians both work in, is very loud. I guarantee you it's more than that.
Okay.
And then, Flower Foods is another one we work in, it's very loud. I've actually measured, upwards of 90, maybe 95 decibels in there before,
Right.
in that plant. Anyway, so.
Yeah, and guys, you can never be too careful. I mean, even if it's moderately loud, noisy, err on the side of safety and put the earplugs in. It's just a better way to go. And again, we use so many different tools. You guys do trenching. You're out in the open air and you don't realize that that trencher's making a whole lot of noise, and the levels are higher than you really think. And the second thing I want you to carry from here is a lot of times you have more exposure to hearing loss at home.
Mm-hmm.
You guys who hasn't sit on a zero turn mower, that engine is right behind your head.
Mm-hmm.
A chainsaw, a weed eater, a blower.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can go on and on and on. So this is not just related to work environments; it's home environments as well. So get used to wearing hearing protection, whether it's these cheap earplugs, which they do a nice job, I think.
Yeah, they're adequate.
Yeah, I mean, they knock roughly 25 decibels. So if you're in an environment that's 90 or 95 and you drop it down 25 decibels, that is huge. And then the last thing I want to talk about, which the video never touched on, and that is, okay, this is an example of sometimes if Dave is listening to music and he's got his earbuds in and I can hear it, guess what? It's way too loud and he's damaging his hearing. So again, guys, you may be into music, but are you into deafness? And I'm going to say you're not. You don't realize it, but anyway, let's move one more step forward, and that's talking about hygiene. How do you clean your ears out? And the finger is better than sticking a pocket knife. Yeah, not good. I've seen people use pen caps, and Q-tips. Guess what? Q-tips are not to be used for cleaning out ears.
What?
They're not.
Come on, Marty.
They're dangerous.
Come on, Marty.
You can easily rupture your eardrum, and all you're doing is actually you're packing that earwax in. So I brought this little device here. It's a
Hey, don't get that out around me.
it's a squeeze bulb, and with just tap water.
Hold it up a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
You can get this at Walmart, Kroger, pharmacies, any CVS. But if you just use warm tap water and rinse your ears out at least once a week with this, you'll be surprised at how much better your hearing will be.
Marty, tell the truth, you got a 500 count box of Q-tips sitting on your counter.
Yes, I do. But I've learned the hard way. I have definitely hurt my ears from time to time doing that. So again, it's important that you do something like this on a regular basis, and don't just stick anything in there, because you can easily cause an infection, and then that infection can get to the point to where you have swelling, and it actually can rupture your eardrum. So again, simple stuff. But guys, I'm telling you, you don't realize, it's such a gradual progression of hearing loss that you don't notice it. And then all of a sudden, you know, your family members are saying things to you and you're like, I hear them, but I can't understand them.
Marty, the most common word that my wife and I say to each other, do you know what it is?
Yes, dear.
No, it's
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up on farm equipment.
Oh, yeah.
And before the days that people had cab tractors a lot, and fortunately or unfortunately in my family, if the exhaust pipe on the tractor got tore off, that meant that you went and got a straight pipe and put on it.
Yep.
Yeah. The old
term, noise is just right in
the old term bellering like an 80 Ford means something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my hearing loss, which I have a fair amount of, is really, I think, from farm equipment when I was a kid. Nobody thought anything of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, the same way with construction now. I mean, years ago, nobody ever thought about wearing earplugs.
No.
You know, people using a concrete saw.
Oh,
you know, gee whiz.
Yeah.
And you see them, they'll use it for hours on end and not have any protection whatsoever. And again, the damage happens and there's not a thing you can do about it. So.
Can we talk about these again?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, yeah, well, these are not hearing protection, right?
No, they are not.
Okay, these are not hearing protection, and I've tried to fight this battle a little bit, you know, because I feel like if you're like this and I need your attention on the job site, I can't get it.
You're not, unless you got a visual.
Yeah, right, because they're, you know, there's something coming out of them.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
But I also realize that this is, you know, not, what is this, 2020? Okay, and I was born in 1966, so I get it.
Yep.
And, you know, this is generally accepted now, but I know you all see me here in the office. I have one of these in a lot because I've gotten to where I need this to hear a cell phone.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I can't understand people on a cell phone unless I have this in my ear very well. I mean, I can, but it's better like this. So I do this a lot.
Yep.
And this one I put in my pocket here.
Yep.
But I mean, I consider these things a safety hazard.
They are.
They're aggravating for me. And I've seen Brandon over here. He's got a wireless set, and I've got a set too that don't work very well. That he wears around, talking on the phone here in the office or whatever. All I say is this: like any other safety topic we approach, common sense. It means a lot. Common sense means a lot.
Yep.
This right here, 2 of these in, and you're on a job site, and somebody needs to get your attention, and you're playing music. It ain't gonna happen.
That's dangerous.
You know, some way or other, you need to be able to hear somebody's getting your attention. So, to our leaders out here, I would say to you guys, let's be wise about this.
Right.
Let's not have something happen where a guy's plugged up here, and you know, let's govern this ourselves so someone else doesn't govern it for us.
I've got a firsthand knowledge of an issue that it's not an issue. A young man lost his life, 38-year-old electrician at Ford Motor Company out on Chamberlain Lane. He was working third shift out on a loading dock. The dock leveler was hydraulic and it wasn't operating properly. So he goes out and he is working in that dock position. There's no trucks around him. And he's, you know, working, got his earbuds in, listening to music. Truck trailer did not see him. He backed right up into that loading dock and crushed him and killed him. It was 2 Christmases ago. So after that, Ford forbid, you know, earbuds to be worn in their plant.
Well, and that's the way those kind of things get handled. Because I mean, I'm willing to recognize, Marty, that you can probably do this right here and be fine.
Right.
But if you're doing this
Not so
and
much.
you got the music turned on loud, no, it's going to circle the drain sooner or later.
Yep.
And the way that any company or any situation is going to react in that is to completely shut it down.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's just use common sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do that and you'll be fine.
Yep.
And again, guys, err on the side of safety.
Yep.
If you get used to wearing the earplugs, you'll be shocked at how, you know,
Yeah, you don't know.
how you don't notice it, and your hearing peaks up and it starts to hear the thing that you need to hear.
Mhm.
So
So I went and looked just now out on our safety supply shelf.
Mhm.
Probably 200 pairs of these sitting out there.
Yep.
You know, they get used. They do. And,
From time to time.
no, they do, they
Yeah.
get used, they disappear out here, they may be eating them for M&Ms or something, but they go out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and again, guys, put them in your glove box.
yeah,
They're cheap. Put a couple pair in your glove box.
hey, I saw
Maybe
some in the
little
parking lot in the gravel last week.
There you go.
Does that count?
Well, I thought, that's unfortunate, but again, it wasn't a big loss.
Yeah,
It's-
that's right.
It would have been a loss. It was somebody that needed them at that day and they didn't have them because they inadvertently dropped them in the parking lot.
Right.
But, so
All
anyway,
right.
guys.
Just an opportunity here, if anyone has a question for Marty or a comment to unmute and bring it up now. Anyone? Well, Marty, we love you, we thank you. And,
Fellas,
yep,
happy Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Y'all enjoy your couple days off next week.
appreciate you, Marty.
You bet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna jump back on here for a second.
There you go.
And, Marty, there's that sheet if you wanna,
Yep, I will get a copy.
okay, gotcha.